That didn't happen. Hello, tonight on Pretty Good Cooking, I'm going to share with you a classic dish. It's called Tuna Nicoise, which is spelled Nicoise. It's a salad, so some of you might be rolling your eyes, but it actually takes a little bit of work, and I think you'll really like the end product. The first thing you need to do is get a couple of pots boiling, after you put water in them. I need a knife. The potatoes you can cut any way you like. I'm just gonna quarter them. They'll cook faster and they'll be easier to eat. You should use as many potatoes as you want to put on the number of salads you're using. I'm gonna use some. I think I'm making 3 salads. That seems pretty good. As you may or may not have guessed, this dish is French, I think. And so because it's French, I think, we're gonna have to use some French style green beans. These are called baby French beans. They're thinner. If you can find fresh green beans that are thin, I would suggest using them, but I was only able to find frozen ones. This doesn't really matter because we're going to blanch them anyways, and it's a salad, so you want them to be, sort of chilled. So those are not that thin at all. I think these are just regular green beans. Yeah, they should be like 1/4 of that thickness, maybe half the thickness. What a rip-off. I've been duped! We can live with it. Okay, well the water's going to take a minute to boil, so I think let's make the dressing. The dressing will be an anchovy dressing, which, if you know anything about salad dressings, you'll think anchovies and dressing, that reminds me of a Caesar salad. Well, the main distinction between this and a Caesar salad is that this one does not have cheese. There's no Parmesan in it. But otherwise, it's pretty similar. You'll need a bowl. Here we have our anchovies. A lot of times anchovies are in a jar. There's really not a lot of room, so we'll just call that. Alright, to that we'll add some garlic. You can use fresh if you've got the time. Some salt, some pepper, and we want to mash it together. So I'm just going to hit it a few times until it gets off my fork here. Oh, what the f***? We'll figure it out. Okay, that's like good enough. Let's add an egg. Really tough mashing up that fillet. Whatever. It'll have to do. This is a shallot. It's kind of like an onion. It's kind of like a garlic. But really, it's just great. So I got some rings, and I'm gonna slice them, and then you rotate 90 degrees and slice the other way. So that's in our dressing now. We need some lemon juice. I'm gonna guess like half a lemon will do us. Okay, here. All right. A dash of Worcestershire. That's a heavy dash. And we need some Dijon Mustard. A little squirt. That's what we got so far. Smells good. Olive oil. And because it's a dressing, you need to add it to oil at a steady rate while you're whisking. It helps with the emulsification. So we'll add just a little bit at a time. You see I have just a small stream going here. I think that looks pretty good. It feels pretty good. But maybe I'll add a little bit more. Looks pretty good to me. In addition, we need some capers. A caper is some kind of little berry from a bush, I think, that's pickled. And we'll just throw them in there. Good deal. While you're not using that, put it in the fridge. Conveniently, some of the water is boiling. Let's blanch our green beans. Let's just cook all of them. I only need a couple minutes here. Potato water is almost boiling. Let's just go ahead and put it in. Sorry.
My camera.
The green beans are done blanching, so I turned the heat off. And we're gonna strain them. Now, because these were frozen, they're actually more cooked than I want them to be. You want them to be kind of crispy. Typically, crisp things are nice in salads, but that's okay. I'm rinsing them to cool them off. So that's really just cooked green beans. Oh well. So let's make the salad part. I'm using romaine. You can use any lettuce, like maybe butter or bib. Probably not iceberg. So we'll take some leaves. Actually, we'll just do the whole head. I make a lot of salads. The core, and we'll just go to town. I think it's easiest if you like take half of it at a time. So I'm chopping up the lettuce, and I'm gonna put it in this bowl. Wow, that's great. Okay, lots of lettuce, and we'll add some parsley. This makes it fancier. And mix it up. We will need some tomatoes, regular tomatoes. These we will kind of do in wedges, and you can cut however you like. some wedges. Let's check on our potatoes. Carefully put a fork into the water. Those are like part of the way done. Let them go for a minute. And we want some red onion. All right, thin slices. The thinner the better. And you really don't have to do this too long because you did just a little bit of onion, but you got all those slices. There they are. It's plenty. Check the potatoes. I don't think they're quite there. Ha. Oh, they're good. Now, same deal. Straighten them. And rinse. We'll dump those in with the green beans. Last but not least is our tuna. We will need some rosemary. Now this is for frying your tuna, searing it rather. Okay, so we got this big sprig. This is olive oil, a healthy amount. Tuna is tough to get good stuff in Ohio because we're surrounded by the ocean, you know. So this tuna looks like just okay. You can see that it's like a little discolored. And that's just from being out on ice for a while. But you know, it made the trip from the Pacific Ocean or wherever the f, so we can cut it some slack. You can too. So we'll let our oil heat up. Paper towel, we'll pat our tuna steaks dry here. And pat it dry. We will salt our tuna here. Okay, so oil's ready. We will make sure it's coated. Drop our rosemary in and the tuna. So we're just gonna sear it on each side for a short amount of time. Tuna, you do not want to overcook. It's good medium rare or even rare. That's gonna get a crust on the outside. The outside, not the inside. The outside. All right, let's try it. Flip them for like a minute. This looks fine. See, you got a bit of a brown crust. There we go. So another minute. While we're at it, let's dress our salad. So we'll start adding some dressing. A little bit. Well, that was a lot of it, but you know. A little bit at a time, and we just want to coat it. So that's good. All right, tuna is done. Pull it on out of there. All right, we will let these rest for just a moment. These are Kalamata olives. This traditionally, Nicoise means served with green beans and olives, I believe. And you use like black olives and green olives, but Kalamata are my favorites. That's our twist. What a twist! So I've got my fillet. I'm just gonna start doing thin slices here. And you can see as we go through the fish, you start to have what is a nice seared tuna. There's a skin, not a skin, but a crust around and a tender pink inside. That is what it should look like. Another option is just to actually dice this up, but it won't look as pretty. I nearly forgot the hard-boiled eggs, which I bought pre-boiled ones to save us some time. If you need to know how to boil an egg, click that show and then the chapter on boiling an egg, because you are retarded. I didn't mean. Okay, and we'll do quarters for fanciness. And let's put it together. You start with the bed of your dressed lettuce. Don't fill the bowl up too much with lettuce. Okay, now let's do some tomatoes. We'll do it in a corner. And some potatoes on one side. Get some of those green beans across the middle. Olives across the green beans, like so. And your eggs in the space left available, like so. Just a little bit of red onion. And we take some slices of tuna and plate like so. You can garnish this with herbs if you like. You can take a little dressing and drizzle it on the top. A little additional drizzle, and there you have it. That is a Nicoise salad ready to eat. All right, let's have a bite. I'm gonna get some tuna, a green bean, and an olive, and an onion. Tastes good. I hope you enjoy. See ya. I'm gonna leave now. Quirky.